you very much. So welcome everyone. My name is Betsy. I work for TAT. I'm sure I've met lots of you already before, whether it's PATA or Thailand training events. But the good news that we have this session is that Thailand is opening up. So I'm going to go straight into it and share our good news. So we are welcoming everyone back. So this is the roadmap to Thailand reopening. Phuket opened quarantine-free last Thursday, 1st of July, for people who've had both of their vaccines. So we've had some people travel over there already, taking advantage of what they call the Phuket sandbox. And we will then have other provinces sort of joining and reopening quarantine-free as well. So Samui is due to open 15th of July with some slightly different restrictions, and then other provinces will open after that. So this is in no way set in stone. A lot of this is dependent on the vaccine rollout in each of these provinces, the number of cases rising and things like that. But this is the plan, and ultimately by mid-October, we hope that all of the key tourist provinces will be open once again, quarantine-free. So a little bit more information about the Phuket sandbox. So you'll probably hear this being referred to online as the sandbox. That's what TAT head office have been calling it. So a few things just to bear in mind before you go on arrival and during your stay. I think this presentation will be shared with you afterwards, so I won't go through this in full detail now, but just some key things to mention. In order to take advantage of the sandbox and stay quarantine free, obviously you have to have had your 2 jabs and you need to be able to prove that via the NHS app. You also need to arrive directly into Phuket airport. So when we say direct, that doesn't mean you have to go non-stop from London to Phuket airport, for example. You just have to ensure that Phuket is the first Thai airport that you arrive into, so you can't transfer via Bangkok. So the main option that we have at the minute is via Singapore Airlines. So go via Singapore and then head down to Phuket after that. Another thing just to bear in mind is that you have to pre-book SHA plus accommodation. So SHA stands for Safety and Health Administration, and this means that all of the properties have adhered to a very strict set of health and safety guidelines in accordance to public health to mitigate the spread of COVID. And then plus is a new thing that's been added recently, and this means that at least 70% of people in that property have been fully vaccinated. So there are lots and lots of accommodations that are on that list. Again, we've got the hyperlink in here so you can click through and take a closer look. And yeah, there's a few other things about testing and things like that, but it is all clear. We've had it all confirmed from head office, so we're just really excited to spread the news and get the word out there. And any questions that you have, almost certainly your question will be answered on this page. We've got a really comprehensive list of frequently asked questions, and this is updated every single day as and when we get more information from our head office. So if you do have clients that are looking to travel in the next coming weeks and months, definitely recommend you take a look at this page. That's quite useful for the nitty-gritty details about getting to Phuket. So what I've done today is really just focus the presentation on Phuket Island to celebrate the reopening, and this is kind of the hot topic at the minute from our side. So Phuket itself is an hour-and-a-half flight from Bangkok and is the largest island in Thailand. So because of that, there is so much to do when you get there. I think Phuket sometimes gets a little bit of a bad rap in terms of you know, people think it's quite touristy, it's quite busy, it's a bit of a party island, but because it is the biggest island in Thailand, you don't have to travel very far out of the areas like Patong Beach, for example, to get to some really secluded and absolutely amazing luxury properties. It's a really good option for people wanting to visit somewhere that actually has lots to do, but you can also, you know, visit some of the smaller islands off the coast. There are 30 within Phuket province itself. So you can do the sort of, you know, lots of things to do in Phuket Island and then head to one of the smaller, more remote islands from there to kind of get the best of both worlds. There is a beautiful Sino-Portuguese old town located in the sort of southeast of the island. And we definitely recommend people visit here if you're doing sort of like a seven night stay or more, because it just breaks up the sort of beach. If you're staying at a beach resort, head to the old town, do some of the markets, some of the night markets as well, and it really just adds another sort of element to your trip. Health and wellness retreats in Phuket, really good for diving as well. There's an amazing elephant sanctuary, an ethical elephant sanctuary, which is very popular, and lots of markets and shopping opportunities as well. So these pictures just give you a little bit of a taste as to what is an offer when you go and visit Phuket Island. So the picture top left is from the banyan tree in Phuket. The bottom left really just shows you the crystal clear waters and how it is very, very good spot for diving. And then on the right hand side, we have one of the viewpoints. So quite mountainous as well, and you can get some amazing views of the surrounding areas. So the Sino-Portuguese old town I mentioned, you can see that on the left-hand side. So really colourful buildings along long stretches of street. Probably something you wouldn't expect to see in Phuket, maybe even in Thailand. So it's definitely a good one to visit if you are doing a beach holiday in Phuket Island. We then have the Big Buddha, again set on the hilltop, so amazing views and just phenomenal to go and actually stand at the foot of the Buddha and see its amazing size. And then the elephant sanctuary we have bottom right here. So I've just picked out a couple of the beach resorts that are in the island, really just to show the sheer size and how different all of the beach resorts are. So Patong Beach that I mentioned just a second ago, the one down here, that is often what is referred to as sort of a party beach. But you know, it is so big, and places like Cape Panwa, we have down here on Panwa Beach, is very, very secluded and is actually not that far from Patong Beach. So it just shows you don't have to travel very far off that area to have a much more secluded and really, really luxurious stay. And then I've just included some of the sort of key piers that we have in the island. So just to show that if you are looking to do a sort of twin centre or a multi-centre from Phuket with some of the smaller neighbouring islands, then these are the areas in which the different ports and where they go to. So quite useful just if you have clients that are looking to then head onwards to Krabi afterwards, then, you know, staying in the sort of southeast of the island is quite a good option. So moving on to the bingo numbers, so I've put all of mine at the end. So the first number is number 37, and that is forests cover 37% of Thailand. So next bingo number is 37. And sorry to Matt and to Maria, who's trying to probably write these down really quickly as I skip through them. Next number is 47. So Thailand has 147 national parks. A lot of those are marine national parks. So not necessarily, you know, the big forests that you sort of see from other countries, mostly marine national parks. And then next one, we have number 19. So Thailand as a country covers 198,000 square miles. So the number here is number 19. And next number, number 18. So Thailand's flag is raised at 8 AM and lowered at 6 PM every day, or 1800 hours. So that is your next bingo number, number 18. And it takes approximately 1 hour 49 minutes to drive from Bangkok to Pattaya. So you can see I've been clutching at straws here to try and get the numbers to match up, but that is a correct duration. It is 1 hour 49 minutes according to Google. So 49 is your next number. And then that is it from me. So short and sweet. Useful links here. So we have thailandexpert.co.uk is our agent training website. And the good thing, if you aren't signed up to this yet, definitely recommend that you do, because once you sign up, you are in our database and you will then receive all of our updates about the reopening. So if any of you didn't receive our newsletter announcing Phuket opening last week, please do sign up because we'll be sending updates about Samui and the other provinces as and when that comes in. Fan Club Thailand is our consumer website, so you're welcome to use this for your own social media channels to get inspiration, and that is also where you can find the latest news on the sandbox and all of the frequently asked questions. And then my email address, so any questions you have, please feel free to email me.